Warning. Before starting this episode, understand that this episode is about penises. There will be discussions of penises. There will be frequent comparing of penises to inanimate objects. There will also be a medical CT scan of a quite disturbing penis. The various backgrounds of the two gentlemen involved also will result in some distressing information about their personal lives that include either themselves as minors or others as minors. Viewer discretion deeply advised because of the penises. Hello, and welcome back to Ruben Uncut. Today's episode, we're going to be going down a rabbit hole I discovered. Now, if you've read the title, you already know where I'm going with this, but, fair is fair, and this should probably start with some kind of warning. This episode's about penises, specifically the world's largest penises. Or at least the largest recognized penises. And I did say penises plural because there is some debate out there as to who has the world's largest penis. Now, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the official keepers of such information that only your weird uncle needs to know to win a bar argument, according to them, the world's largest penis belongs to a gentleman named Jonah Falcon, who has quite an extensive Wikipedia for a man who's only famous for having an extensive penis. Jonah Falcon's penis is said to be 13 and a half inches, according to Guinness World Records. He recounts that when he was in 5th grade, his schoolmates saw his penis, which was 8 inches, which is massive for 5th grade. At one point, while he changed at a bathroom stall, Falcon states that he was able to perform autofellatio at the age of 10. I did not need that information, and I don't know if I can put this video anywhere now. And that at that age, an older neighbor told an 18-year-old woman about him and arranged for his first sexual experience with another person. At age 12, Falcon enrolled in East Harlem School. He reports that by 7th grade, his penis had grown to 9.5 inches or 24 centimeters for those who aren't from America. And that's erect. So he's a grower, not a shower. I don't know if that's better or worse. And by age 15, it was 10 and a half inches or 27 centimeters. He later enrolled at the Bronx High School of Science and graduated in 1988. See, he has a penis and a brain, apparently. After graduating from high school, Falcon sought to become an actor and writer and enrolled in State College to study theater. Despite his aspirations, Falcon did little more over the course of the next 7 years except socialize at nightclubs, where he would go out on dates and occasionally find a sex partner. He's said to have had up to 1,500 dates by the time he was 25, and 3,000 by the age 29, most of whom were female. That's just a subtle way of implying your bisexuality. He often travels to Los Angeles and Europe, where he stays with friends and admirers and has accepted money for sex, saying, "I took $500 from a lady on the Upper East Side to pose in my underwear for Polaroids. I've been offered $1,000 just to let someone suck it, and I'll say, why not?" I mean, it's hard to argue with $1,000 for getting paid to receive head. That's hard. This has gotten more sexual than I thought it would. I'm lying. It's about the world's largest penises. Falcon hosts an hour-long cable television call-in show. What? Devoted to the New York Yankees. I thought it'd be about his penis, but you know what? That's better. That's better. He's into baseball. And Talking Yankees hosted by Jonah Falcon. on MNN, a public access cable television channel on Manhattan's Time Warner Cable. His show is relentlessly prank called by Sal Governale and Richard Christie of the Howard Stern Show. Yeah, no, that seems, yeah, that tracks. Falcon, a frequent guest on Stern's show, Extra Tracks, with released a single with Adam Barta called It's Too Big and performed it with Barta on the show on June 19th, 2013. Considering his size, it's almost definitely been too big before. When Falcon appeared on The Daily Show, it was with Samantha Bee, Samantha Bee attempted to convince Falcon to enter the pornography industry. He refused, saying it would be just the easy way out, and that he wished to pursue a more decent acting career. You know, I appreciate that integrity. If I had a 13.5-inch penis, I don't know if I would be able to make good choices in life. In April, also, he doesn't need to do porn to get laid, apparently. So that's probably also part of it. In April 2011, he appeared on the TLC documentary series Strange Strange Sex. Falcon appeared in the 2013 documentary Unhung Hero. He has appeared as an extra on TV shows such as Melrose Place, The Sopranos, Law and Order. He also appeared in an uncredited role as a mental patient in the 2001 feature film A Beautiful Mind. Interesting. I'm beginning to wonder now I feel like I need to see his actor's reel to know how good of an actor he is. Falcon has been unemployed for long periods. He worked as a chief editor for Stooge Gaming. I don't know what Stooge Gaming is. I assume it sounds like a YouTube channel. Anatomy. This is really what's important. I don't know if how much of his life we need. I don't know how much of his. Oh wait, we're almost through his Wikipedia. Anyways, might as well finish it. Falcon gained media attention after appearing in the 1999 HBO documentary Private Dicks, Men Exposed, filmed by Mima Spadola and Tom Powers, in which 25 males were interviewed in the nude about their penises. Rolling Stone published in an article in 2003 that reported Falcon's penis as measuring 9.5 inches in length when flaccid. Holy shit. And 13.5 inches in length when erect. That's wow. Wow. When becoming and being erect, a large amount of blood flows to his penis, according to Falcon, causing lightheadedness. In January 2006, Falcon appeared in the documentary by UK Channel 4 called The World's Biggest Penis. Really stretching on the title there, guys. I mean, to be fair, with a title like that, you don't have to try hard. It's gonna sell. Falcon appeared on the Daily. Oh, here's more information that a lot of people will need to know. Falcon appeared on the Daily Show on March 2nd, 2010, and stated that he can completely envelop a doorknob with his foreskin. On July 9th, 2012, Falcon said he was stopped by Transportation Security Administration officers in San Francisco International Airport due to the large bulge in his pants. According to Falcon, after passing through a metal detector and body scanner, he was selected for additional screening, after which he was released and allowed to catch his flight. I imagine the TSA agents were both impressed and hugely embarrassed. No pun intended with the word hugely. In 2014, Falcon agreed to donate his penis to the Icelandic Phallological Museum, aka the Penis Museum, after his death. He is still alive. Or Wikipedia would tell me he was dead, I'm pretty sure. Falcon sometimes lives with his mother in New York City in between jobs. The man with the world's largest penis is unemployed. In 2003 interview, Falcon stated that his longest romantic relationship with a woman lasted for 1 year. So, guys, that should really make you think, okay? My penis is certainly not 13.5 inches. Although, if God wanted to give me something for Christmas, just saying. But despite that giant penis, apparently giant penis is not the key to long-lasting relationships. I.e., your girl might cheat on you with a guy with a giant penis, but she won't ever leave you for a guy with a giant penis. I'm sorry, that joke is straight up mental illness that I should not have put into your head. I apologize. When interviewed by Out magazine, he identified his sexual orientation as bisexual. I mean, we guessed that from his statement, mostly females. Falcon is an only child and grew up in a 4-story house in Brooklyn with a large extended family, including cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and great-grandparents. Falcon lived with his grandmother in Puerto Rico for 3 years between the ages of 6 and 9 before moving back to New York City. So that's the story of Jonah Falcon. But you know what? Fuck it. I've got video. Not of his penis. Relax. This is him on some talk show.
Just package.
Now, according to the NHS, the average penis measures between 5 and 7 inches when erect, but Jonah's appendage measures a...
I just want to state that that is actually not the current data. I don't know how old this video is. First of all, those are global statistics. I was going to get into global penis statistics for this video, but you know what? It doesn't need to be that long. Maybe that can be another video. If for some reason audiences like videos about penises, I can talk about more penises later, I guess, if that's a thing that has to happen for success. The average penis is about 5.5 inches. 90, that statistic she just did was wrong. That statistic goes like this: 90% of the world's penises are between 4 and 7 inches. I'm sorry, 90% of the world's penises are before, I believe it is between 4 and 6 inches is 90% of the world's penises. Everything in the 10% represents penises larger and smaller than that.
Whopping 13.5 inches. Now, I've got to admit, I'm not very good with inches, so I can't...
In fairness, yeah, no.
I'm trying to look at my script, and I was thinking, well,
You work in meters?
Well, I ain't got my calculators with me, so I do.
Of course, yeah. Welcome to the show, by the way. You know, this is just an ordinary day. For size comparison, what Jonah is packing is the same as an in length erect an NTA.
Oh my goodness!
So that's.
I wanted to cut this part of the video, but I might keep it.
An Academy Award too, just so you know.
And an Academy Award.
Yeah, they're 13.5 as well.
Are they really? Well, sadly, we don't have one of those.
He doesn't look like you'd expect a guy with a 13.5-inch penis to look. I will say that.
Jonah is with us now in the studio. So let's for anyone who's trying to picture this, let's get this over and done and out of the way straight away. So this is the correct length, erect, and the correct girth. Wow. Erect. That's about 8 inches round, and there's your 13.5 inches there.
Holy shit. It's like having sex with a Pringles can, apparently.
And one of the team in our gallery has just gone, oh my God. So is that about right?
I can always check because of my hands. 1, 2, and yeah, pretty accurate.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I never think of it like this.
Well, you wouldn't.
I think of it like this. 1, 2, 3, and a bit.
Right.
Because this is exactly 4 inches.
Okay.
So I'm not, 13.5 is a bit, it's more like 13 point, more than a quarter, less than a half.
Well, I mean, you are.
Okay, so that's actually interesting just because it helps debunk the idea that hand size can tell you anything about a person's penis. He looks like he has very normal hands. In fact, his hands are only slightly larger than my hands. No, obviously that's a joke because in this segment, I'm debunking that concept.
Like a living emoji. The thing is that,
at least it's not the poo emoji.
This is our team, by the way, who said we've got to use all of this stuff. So this is the length of it flaccid. So you are actually a living aubergine.
Basically.
Emoji.
Let me see that.
Flaccid.
Flaccid. Yeah, well, I'm not this thick at the end.
No,
right, okay, yeah.
We're not talking about girth there. We're just talking about length.
1, 2. Yeah, here's the thing. I look down. There's nothing special. I don't compare it to objects. But then when I take out the ruler, and it's like, oh, okay.
So now we've got the
Apparently, well, from that takeaway, we can now guess that 13.5 inches is about how big a man's penis needs to be for him to look at it healthily.
the
stand
picture
up?
of the thing now.
Oh,
So
I
for
can do better than
you,
Oh, really?
This is just for you, Philip.
Oh,
no,
right,
no,
okay,
no,
yeah,
oh,
well-
Lord,
This is just for you, Philip.
Just for us, okay? Just for us.
No. So you don't have to
Having
use all that
decided to-
imagining.
completely
Right, okay.
necessary.
I don't like. Oh, just
Just.
right. All right. Oh my
Oh, fire!
So now you no longer have to compare it to these objects.
Congratulations. Well done.
Well, here's the thing. Class I'm all over the place. They have pictures, tons of me. All
I know.
I do is Google Jonah Falcon Vice, and it's like.
Yeah, well, let's get into the way it affects your life, because you do say that. I mean, you are an actor, but you've never wanted to go into porn, and so. Do you think, having something like this, obviously, you've been on here a couple of times now, and
2012.
Wait, they've had him on more than once? No wonder he was ready with the dick pic. He was like, hey, you guys, we've been doing this thing where you compare my penis to objects for a while now. Why don't you just actually see it?
You said one of our iconic guests, a lot of people say.
Wow.
But are there areas here where you think it's hampered me?
Oh, it's a different woman. Different woman than last.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to talk about how the sausage is made, not my the regular Hollywood sausage. Whenever you are put up for a role, for large studio films, the studio has to approve you.
Yeah.
Right.
And studios tend to be very conservative. So in order for me to do anything, would have
You hear that? Hear that, anti-wokies? It's the directors and artists who are liberal. The producers are conservative.
to be sort of like an indie film.
Yeah.
Where they don't care. As a matter of fact, I'm currently writing a script because people urge me to, and there's some people who say, well, we'll make it for you if you finish the script. So I have some motivation that help destroy my writer's block.
Right. I mean, like we said, it could be some men's dream,
Honestly, I hope he writes it. I hope he writes it. Good for him if he finishes that script.
but all I keep thinking is, you're obviously used to having a big
Right.
John Thomas, but does it ever get in the way?
Just think
if you've
about
got to
men
be...
whose names are actually John Thomas.
Oh,
If they have to...
Do you not call it that?
No.
Oh.
I'm just thinking about actual men whose names are John
you're
Thomas.
right. You're right.
It's like, I'm just saying this. My name is John Thomas.
Right.
And it's like they have to answer all sorts of questions after that.
But does it get, like, in your zipper?
No.
In his laces.
But I do have to. Some other men have this problem, but if the bowl water is too high, you just have to prop it up a bit so it doesn't. Actually,
That is okay. Good to know.
once or twice, I accidentally sat on it. So it's like, ow.
You sat on it.
Yeah.
What
That makes sense.
about because you've said that people see you in the street, they know you now, they recognize you, and they'll ask to see it. They and that you said 10,000 times people have asked to see it.
Yeah.
What about actually falling in love with someone where it's just a part of you, but not, it doesn't define you?
It's happened. I won't say if it's happening now, but I've had, people who actually, it's sort of like it becomes a part of you and becomes a feature of you that they really enjoy, but it isn't the dominating part of that relationship. It's sort of like, well, I love you because of that, and it's really a great bonus, but the rest of you I enjoy too.
But haven't there been people, I know you're bisexual, so it could, sort of a nice wide scale.
Right.
But there would be people who go, oh, God, if they didn't know you. No, sorry, that is daunting, it's frightening.
I've had that once, but they already knew. Here's the thing is that even when I don't tell people, they sort of know already, no matter what.
I mean, you can see the bulge, people, if you look at his pants. But actually, this is interesting because it makes a lot of sense. So I've had friends with giant penises before. Well, not his. I had a roommate in college whose penis was like 9 or so inches, and which is this guy flaccid, which is. But anyways, so the thing is though is that he would frequently experience people turning him down because of his size. But this guy's famous for having a giant penis, so I guess it makes sense that he would experience that less, since, judging by his Wikipedia, most of these people he's having sex with probably approached him about the giant penis. Although it sounds like he has had normal relationships that weren't focused on his penis.
What I'm doing, sort of like the way I carry myself.
Although he did say he had 3,000 dates, not that he'd had sex with 3,000 people. And he probably didn't have sex with all of them, you know? I don't know. Maybe? Well, obviously the ones that give him $5,000 to let him suck it.
It's sort of like, because here's the thing, it does.
I just realized if you can auto fellate yourself, it probably breaks down your mental barriers for sucking other guys' dicks too.
Does grant a bit of, I'm not going to say confidence, but a lack of insecurity. You know, like, I don't have to worry about that.
Sure.
I worry about money. I'm not worrying about this.
So do you ever get worried that some women might stay?
Basically, he has just described having giant penis privilege. He doesn't have to worry about his penis.
Or some men might stay with you because of the size of your John Thomas?
Again, using money as an analogy,
Yeah.
that's sort of akin to someone saying, do they just love me because I'm rich?
Yeah.
I've never worried about that.
Right.
If it's a one-night stand, it's a one-night stand. That's it. You know?
And it has essentially, you know, occasionally got you into trouble in airport security.
Oh, yeah. Once I had it hanging, you know, just had it strapped, not strapped, but, you know, it's just down the part, you know, halfway to my leg. And it's sort of like they asked me if I was, the first funny thing they said is, do you have a tumor? I said, no. Which I think would be someone's first thought,
Yeah.
you know, if they saw it.
So do you have to wear normal underwear or do you have to buy special?
I wear normal underwear. I've learned if I'm going to go through security and thing to sort of ball it up a bit so it looks like a round mass rather than, you know.
So it's malleable.
Ball it.
I'm not malleable. And God help me if I get it.
I mean, I know how to ball up my junk, so I'm not surprised it's malleable. But I guess this makes sense. Yeah, no. What was that? Yeah. He needs like one of those hose crank things you keep in your yard.
An erection if I do that. No, it's also, I'm going to have to say this, my testicles are proportionately as large, so.
Oh, they're both big.
Yes.
That would actually be worse. And the reason that'd be worse is, you know, just sitting on them. I, with my normal genitals, have sat on my junk. And it's... sitting on your testicles unexpectedly is not cool.
Well, that's handy, I suppose, isn't it? Because that.
Well, no, because that creates more of a bulge.
You're right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Has there ever been a? Has there ever been?
Joe's weird pants for a guy who's self-conscious about his bulge.
I think we're doing very well. By
Yeah,
the way.
me too. Yeah.
Has there ever been a moment where you thought, "I wish I wasn't like this"?
No. And not because it's big, but because I am who I am, and I just wouldn't want to be different.
In which case, let me put it another way. Have people got preconceived ideas of who you are as a person?
Oh, definitely.
How do they see you?
For one thing, people who know that you're super well endowed, they think you're less intelligent. As a matter of fact, you can read a lot of books like Kurt Vonnegut. Billy Pilgrim was supposed to be hung like a horse, but Kurt Vonnegut also, he's kind of stupid, you know, so they have that. They also think that I am sexually a clod, that I'm one. It's like, get out of the way, here I come. No. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this. Sexually, I use my mouth a lot.
Right.
I use my mouth a lot.
What a waste.
That,
I'm going to say just...
Of course, the guy's like, what a waste. But, like, I feel like that would be what a guy would think in this situation. Wait, you have the world's largest penis and you mostly just go down on chicks? What?
You know, I'm going to say something right here, very erogenous.
Yeah?
oh,
Don't tell me you've got enormous nipples as well.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about them. I mean, my mouth.
Oh.
And, oh, by the way, I'm not Gene Simmons. My tongue is normal sized.
Right.
oh well, that might...
That's fair to know.
Explain why I mean, you've had a few Hollywood partners. I know you're not allowed to say who
Yeah,
they are, but you get that a lot.
Oscar nominees and Oscar winners, you've said.
Well, yeah, here's the thing.
How has he not fucked his way into a better career?
Large majority are just very well known. They're not necessarily Hollywood. As a
Right.
matter of fact, a good chunk of them come from the British Isles. So, but
They
Ooh.
contact you? What do they contact you?
friends of friends. I mean, you know.
But isn't that all a bit hollow
I wonder what that says about British ladies.
and a bit sad? That you're thinking, right, okay, they're contacting
actually-
you purely to check it out.
Here's the thing. It's actually normal for a lot of people, and it doesn't always have to do with that. It's whatever features. Oh, he's really. Oh, you should see his. Actually, I look. Here's the thing.
I wish I had this man's confidence. But like this does back up one of my theories. Like if you look at this gentleman, he looks very average, kind of portly. Doesn't look like he takes care of himself. And I'm not trying to slam him. But like the thing is, like his confidence is radiating. He does not give a shit. He is happy with who he is. And he even like seems to have a healthy attitude towards said giant penis, which would be where I would assume this confidence comes from. Like you cannot take down the confidence of a man with a 13.5-inch penis. Oh, Ruben sighed and stared off into the distance because he knew this man here is only the happy, funny, light side of this story. We're about to end after this man. We're about to jump into a medical fucking nightmare.
A lot of people, when they're with me, when I start making out with them, they start focusing on my eyes because they're very green.
Yeah.
So that sort of like takes over, you know, and it's also something I can show off in public.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Have you found love? Have you got someone who really loves you? For you?
Maybe.
Oh,
That's-
brilliant.
There's a maybe there.
Good.
Oh, brilliant.
Here's the thing. LDR,
LDR. What does
long
that-
distance relationship.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, that's all right because you've got.
Yeah.
No, not. I'm not that big. I couldn't walk if I was that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now you may have noticed I edited the clip weird there. The reason I edited the clip weird there is because they were about to drop some spoilers. Because you may have noticed that the title of this video is Man with World's Largest Penis, Medical Nightmare Fuel. Because Jonah Falcon does not technically have the world's largest penis. He technically has the world's largest member. What do I mean by that specifically? Well, you see, your penis is made up of a few different parts. They're all attached, and we normally think about them as one part. However, the penis is actually several parts. And Jonah definitely has the world's largest member, which is the part of your penis that fills up with blood and gets hard, etc. But there is another gentleman. Another gentleman whose penis, if you are counting all the parts of the penis, has the world's largest penis. His name is Robert Esquivel Cabrera. And I'm about to read you some information from an article from the website marca.com, which I think is Spanish language, but appears to be in English, at least for this article. Robert Esquivel Cabrera, a 56-year-old Mexican citizen known as El Centauro, you know, because centaurs are known for giant penises, is the man with the world's largest penis in the world at 48 centimeters long, which is roughly 19 inches, and 25 centimeters of gland circumference. For comparison, Jonah Falcon has the largest penis according to Guinness Book of Records at 35 centimeters. With these 38 centimeters, Cabrera surpasses the 35 centimeters of actor Jonah Falcon. Nice of them to call him an actor. I mean, he is an actor. I shouldn't be mean like that. He is I expected him to be more of an actor than me. My screen credits are catching up to him. Oh man, I gotta do some movies so I can catch up to Jonah Falcon's screen credits. Jonah Falcon, who officially holds the title of having the largest penis in the world according to Guinness Book of World Records. Cabrera's candidacy is not valued as he has declared as he has declared himself a person with a disability. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I think they mean that his penis is not a net positive. But we'll get into that. Oh, I guess I should show you this picture of him. This is Robert Cabrera. Roberto Esquivel Cabrera. Note what's going on here, folks. Yeah, that's... Whew. But hold on, we're not even halfway through this horrific nightmare. Because this one is a nightmare. In 2015, Cabrera, who lived in poverty, dreamed of being a porn star. He was ready to take the easy way out, something Jonah Falcon wasn't ready to do. I tell them I'm willing to have them take pictures of me, record me from television and all. But nobody pays attention to me. They pretend they don't see what they see, what they have in front of them, he declared in a 2015 Vanguardia.com.mx. I want to make a movie. Not that they pay me a contract, but rather that I buy all the equipment, make it myself in several languages and distribute it in many countries. Imagine, in China alone, there will be more than 1 billion people. With that money, I can even get a girlfriend. Loneliness seems to be a thing for men with the world's giantest penises. But if not, I can have a child with artificial insemination. I don't know if that's how that works, sir. Someone who really loves me, explained El Centauro. Wait, does he mean himself? Or he's going to fall in love? I don't know. If this is a picture of him, it's old. The physical problems that Roberto Esquivel Cabrera suffers for having a penis of almost 1/2 meter and 1 kilo. Oh my God. Oh my God. If his dick was cocaine, he'd make some money. On a daily basis, Cabrera suffers from frequent urinary infections and cannot sleep on his stomach. To be comfortable, he has to tie his penis almost 1/2 meter and 1 kilo to his leg. Roberto Esquivel Cabrera's penis really measures 18 centimeters. That's around 7 inches. I looked this up. A study by Jesus Pablo Gilmore discovered, thanks to a CT scan, that Cabrera's penis really measures 18 centimeters, and the rest, brace yourself, is just foreskin and inflamed skin. Did Roberto Esquivel Cabrera hang weights from his penis to make it grow? A Barcraft TV crew reported that the large size of the Mexican man's penis is due to the fact that he used to hang weights from his penis in his adolescence and youth to enlarge his size. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you might be a problem on YouTube. I don't know. But I am going to show you the cross-section CT scan of a man's genitals. Let's see how cool the internet is with this. It's technically a medical image. I think that technically makes it okay. Also, it's not arousing in any way. So, this is Mr. Cabrera's penis. The thing about what we're looking at here is that Mr. Cabrera's penis, the member part of his penis. The part on Mr. The part on Mr. Jonah Falcon that is 13.5 inches when erect and 9.5 inches when flaccid. That part of the penis on Mr. Cabrera here, well, that part of the penis stops around here. Somewhere in this circle is the head of his penis. It looks like it's about here, but, you know, it could be misleading. Judging by the CT scan, his penis looks kind of deformed, generally speaking. But that means, horrifically, that all of this is just stretched and inflamed foreskin. Now, I'm going to tell you this is someone who is, generally speaking, anti-circumcision. This motherfucker needs a circumcision. And, like, he wouldn't even have to circumcise all of it, you know. He should just get rid of everything below the head of the penis. And if his foreskin is this long, I have to assume that he should also learn how to clean a foreskin if he's going to keep one. But, like, what are you going to do with this? You're gonna lose, like, the length of your, like, by the time you roll that all up to insert it into a woman, because typically, like, when you insert this is getting graphic, a penis into a vagina with a foreskin, that foreskin sort of just naturally slides back over the head of the penis. Some people, when aroused, it just completely comes back off the head of the penis. But, like, you can't just be, no, you're not just gonna stick a flat, you're not just gonna stick foreskin tissue into a person's body. Like, it's gonna be like trying to shove a spongy blanket into somebody. Like, it does, like, what the fuck? Robert Escobar Cabrera, the man with the world's largest penis, has only had sex once in his entire life. Roberto says, I've never had a girlfriend or a partner or anything like that. I've never even been kissed. Once. This raises a lot of questions about his sexual encounter. I like women, but I never had one. Not even when I was a kid, much less now with this. And yet he wants to do porn. What would the porn be if it sounds like he actively understands he can't have sex with it. He explains in declarations reproduced by La Repubblica. For Cabrera, who is brace yourself for this plot twist. So far, Cabrera, who was deported from the United States for exposing himself in front of underage girls, has only had sex once in his life. And that's how they choose to end that fucking article, which is extra insane. So, there you have it. One guy's giant penis is a medical freaking nightmare, and the other guy with a giant penis is primarily famous for online gaming content. Who would have guessed that this is where any of this rabbit hole would go? Now, I think it's important for safety reasons to say this. Don't attach weights to your penis, especially not the foreskin. It's not the part of the penis you're trying to stretch. I guess what I'm saying is, Jesus Christ, kids, don't attach weights to your foreskin. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. If not useful, not helpful. Cabrera's actual member is about 7 inches. A little over, maybe. So keep that in mind. 7 inches also is on the big side, statistically. So if you have body dysmorphia, please talk to a therapist about your body dysmorphia. Do not attach a weight directly to your foreskin. I don't know how to end this segment because I'm deeply, deeply uncomfortable. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you weren't too horrified / mortified by its contents. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Please follow on Spotify or wherever else you get your podcasts. If you want to contact the show, you can email me at rubenuncut@gmail.com. As this is normally where I tell you to have an amazing whatever, but instead, I'm just going to go recommend that we all go take some very exfoliating showers. And then try and scrub this directly from our brains.